Hello everyone, my name, as you might not already know, is Alexander Evans, and in today's lesson we're going to talk about the various types of virtual threats and some cybersecurity tips. Types of virtual threats. Malware is a malicious software such as spyware, ransomware, viruses, and worms. Malware is activated when a user clicks on a malicious link or attachment, which leads to installing dangerous software. Emotet, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, describes Emotet as an advanced modular banking Trojan that primarily functions as a downloader of dropper of other banking Trojans. Denial of services. A denial of service, DOS, is a type of cyber attack that floods a computer or network so it can't respond to requests. A distributed DOS, DDoS, does the same thing, but the attack originates from a computer network. Man in the middle. A man in the middle, MITM, attack occurs when hackers insert themselves into a two-party transaction. After interrupting the traffic, they can filter and steal data, according to Cisco phishing. Phishing attacks use fake communication, such as an email, to trick the receiver into opening it and carrying out the instructions inside, such as providing a credit card number. SQL injection. A structured query language (SQL) injection is a type of cyber attack that results from inserting malicious code into a server that uses SQL. When infected, the server releases information. Submitting the malicious code can be as simple as entering it into a vulnerable website search box. Cybersecurity tips. How to protect yourself from hacker attacks. Backing up your data on your devices by copying it to another separate location is one of the most important things you can do. If you're targeted by a cyber attack, you may not be able to access or use your computer, phone, or any of your other devices. But if you back your data up, you won't lose any of it, regardless of what ends up happening to your device. Keep your devices and your apps up to date. When you're alerted to an update for your device or one of your apps, don't ignore it. Install it as soon as possible. Updates aren't just about adding new features, they are also about fixing vulnerabilities in a device or an app that attackers could find and use to gain access to your system. Choose unique passwords. We all have so many online accounts now that it's become hard to keep track of all the passwords we need for them. To combat this, many of us use the same password for all of our accounts, or stick to 2 or 3 different ones that we use over and over. The problem with this is that if an attacker gets access to one of your account passwords, it often gives them access to many of your other accounts as well. Turn on two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication, 2FA, is another way that you can help to protect your online accounts from being hacked. You can choose to have a code sent or generated on your device, like your phone, that you can use to authenticate who you are every time you log in. That way, even if someone gets access to the account password, if they don't have your phone to receive the code, they can't get into your accounts. Avoid sensitive transactions on free Wi-Fi. It's good to be careful about what you do online when you're using a hotspot or free Wi-Fi. If you're logging on at a cafe, for example, as these networks are often unsecure. When a network's unsecure, anyone can access it and get hold of your data. You're also at risk of people's shoulder surfing, looking over your shoulder to try and see the login details for your online accounts. So, while it's okay to check the news or the weather, try to keep more sensitive transaction use to a minimum.